Lincoln families. We appreciate you guys all coming out and pulling up a chair, a couch, whatever it is, and getting in front of your screen and joining us for one of our virtual sessions. It's our virtual community expos for this year. And we have a great partner with Lincoln that has been with us for a number of years called Where You Want to Be Tours here in San Diego. And they are going to be our guest speaker this evening. And I'm personally looking forward to hearing them because I'm a native and I'm always interested in finding new and fun places to explore. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So let me tell you a little bit about Where You Want to Be Tours. It is Darlene and Mark Minkin, and they are owners of what I just said, Where You Want to Be Tours and Out of the Ordinary. And they are two team building and tour companies here in San Diego. And their company consists of creating memories and experiences and all kinds of team fun building games for corporate and private. And they've done that numerous times for Lincoln. And we're gonna, some of the different experiences that they have created have been urban challenge, scavenger hunts, team cooking challenges, survivor team challenges, charity bike builds, team Olympics, bike tours, wellness walks featuring San Diego hidden gems, which you'll learn about tonight. And so they're going to be coming on momentarily, but before we get started, I'm just going to do a couple little quick housekeeping with everyone. We are monitoring the chat. So please, if you have any questions to ask Darlene and Mark, make sure you type it into the chat so they can see it, or one of us here at Lincoln can see it and make sure that it gets to them. And then also, like we talked about a few minutes ago, we have 21 fun and pretty cool giveaways for the end of the evening. One's even like a waterproof Bluetooth. So that will be at the end of the evening. So you want to stay all the way till then. And then just, I think the last reminder is we just want to, if you just joined us in the last couple of minutes, make sure you put the service member's name, what district you're in, and then also if you have a favorite place in San Diego into the chat. And we're kind of monitoring that and double checking everyone signed in, and then that's also how we're going to be doing the door prizes tonight. So I think without further ado, I'm going to pass you over to Darlene and Mark, and let's get started.
Great, great. Tammy, thank you so much for that nice introduction. And hello, Lincoln Military Housing. We are so excited to be here. We've, as Tammy mentioned, we have done quite a lot of really fun adventures for the military families over the years, and we get so excited whenever we hear from you guys. And we're especially excited about this because obviously there is so much to see and do here in San Diego. We feel so lucky to live here, and the weather here is awesome, and so it's just great time. So whether you are new to San Diego or maybe you've been stationed here in San Diego for several years, there's just quite a lot to do. And so that's what this program is all about. We're calling it the Best of San Diego. That's what it's all about. And our hope is that you will walk away and you'll be encouraged to go out and do a little bit of exploring on your own, right, Mark?
Yes, and we do want this to be interactive. So throughout the program, we'll be showing you some images of San Diego, and we'll see if you can guess where they are, or we'll see how well you know this town. We'll be monitoring that. So when you do know, if you think you know the answer to where something is, you'll want to use the chat room at the bottom of your screen.
Mm-hmm. Very good, very good. So Mark and I moved to San Diego back in 1990. Wow, that sounds like such a long time ago. But we moved back, we moved here in 1990. Mark is from the suburbs of Philadelphia, and I am from Fort Dix, New Jersey. I'm actually an Army brat. I know we've got some Navy people on here and Marines, but yes, I am an Army brat. And when we moved here to San Diego, we were so excited because there was a lot of things that we just didn't know about. So we were always out every weekend exploring and just discovering new things. Now, even though we've been here almost 30 years, that curiosity hasn't gone away. So we still make it a point to go out every weekend and explore and find new things. Part of it is because That's what our business is about. We've got to be on top of things as far as finding cool, unique things. But, we love San Diego because, just when you think you know everything about San Diego, something new pops up. And so we're excited because we get to share all of that with you today.
Definitely. I think a lot of times people say, I got to get out of town. I need to get away from the crowds. And part of what we'll talk about today is you don't need to leave San Diego. There's beaches that aren't crowded. There's secret canyons. There are neighborhoods that have just epic streets with pristine gardens and architecture. And we're going to touch on a lot of that today, some of the hidden gems.
Yep. And so one of the things we love doing is exploring secret neighborhoods, just really cool neighborhoods. So our first segment is all about that, some of our favorite San Diego neighborhoods.
Welcome to San Diego. Known for its beautiful beaches, near perfect weather, and great outdoor scene, it's no wonder San Diego was a popular destination. And the best part, we get to live here. With so many things to see and do, it sometimes can feel a little overwhelming. But since our specialty is hidden San Diego neighborhoods, let's start there. Our first stop, beautiful Bird Rock, which is just south of La Jolla.
San Diego has a lot of unique neighborhoods and a lot of colorful streets, and this is my personal favorite. It is Waverly Street. The street actually makes a wave as you walk along it. Now, if you don't want to walk, it is relatively flat, but you could also drive it and you could ride a bike through it. It goes for nearly a mile, and the way it just meanders in a wave-like way, it is wonderful.
In addition to one-of-a-kind homes, Bird Rock has a hidden walking and bike path that ends with a cool bridge. Since most people aren't aware of this path, it never gets super crowded.
Right after crossing the bridge, you'll see this dirt path, and you'll go down the dirt path a bit, and you'll be 3 blocks away from Wind and Sea Beach.
Point Loma is a historic coastal community best known for Cabrillo National Monument, Old Point Loma Lighthouse, and Fort Rosecrans National Cemetery. But did you know it also features incredible views and hidden gems like this walking path near La Playa?
It's near Scott Street, also again near Shelter Island, and there's a wonderful path that goes on for about 20-25 minutes that is never really crowded.
Not far from La Playa is Lucinda Street. One thing to keep in mind if you're walking, it's quite a hill, but once you get to the top, it has a $1 million view.
They take postcard photos. This is usually where they take the postcard shot of the city, the bay, Shelter Island. And we're coming up on a garden which George Evans dedicated as a tribute to his wife, Lucy, and the garden has the epic view from Lucinda.
Everyone knows about Balboa Park, but how about nearby Bankers Hill? Many of the homes were designed by architect Irving Gill, and the neighborhood got the name because of its reputation as a home for the affluent. It's also known for its quaint footbridges like the Spruce Street Suspension Bridge, which is 375 feet long and built in 1912 by Edwin Capps. Over the years, we've taken many tour groups over these bridges, and it's always a highlight. Nearby Balboa Park is known for its world-renowned museums, theaters, and the world-famous San Diego Zoo. But did you know it also has some hidden treasures of its own? Palm Canyon is a tropical oasis with winding paths that contain more than 450 palm trees within its 2 acres. This is a great area to explore when you want to beat the heat and escape the crowds. Sandwiched between North Park and South Park, Burlingame is a historic district recognized by the city of San Diego for its many craftsman bungalow, Mission Revival, and California Ranch architectural style homes. But it's the signature pink sidewalks it's most known for. The idea came from developers Joseph McFadden and George Buxton in 1912. They decided to paint the sidewalks just to be different, and today their vision remains.
We are at the corner of Burlingame and San Marcos Avenue. The address you can go by is 2537 San Marcos Avenue. And across the street from there is the entrance to Switzer Canyon, which is where we're headed now.
This area is another great place to walk if you're trying to steer clear of large crowds. It's an easy hike and not far from our next destination, South Park. From incredible restaurants and unique shops, South Park has a welcoming vibe, making it a perfect place to meet up with friends and just hang out.
Oh, I love it. It's like super sweet. It's just like really cute houses. I love really the neighborhood, like driving around and seeing the different types of houses. So I think it's really cute. I want to see more of it.
Nice. So gosh, looking at all the video, it's just a good reminder that we really do live in paradise, don't we? And we want to say that we do tours in all of these communities that we just covered, and it's beautiful. I never get tired. So Mark, I gotta ask you this: what is your favorite neighborhood?
I think it's Windansea Beach, which was featured. You saw the Palm Prawn Shack. And I think when you're at Windansea, especially at low tide, the rocks by the water are just something else. A low tide beach hike at Windansea, you can start around Windansea and go south a little ways into Bird Rock, or you can go north and you can actually make it as far as the children's pool, which is where the seals are. But when you're at Windansea, you've got the Palm Prawn Shack, you've got just a beautiful scene there. And it is a little different. There isn't a big parking lot. There aren't a lot of restrooms. There's one porta potty there, but it is worth it to check it out. It's definitely my favorite spot. What about you? What's your favorite neighborhood?
I knew you were going to ask that. That's so hard because there's so many great neighborhoods. But if I really have to pick, I would say Coronado. I love Coronado. I can't get enough of Coronado. I just love, it's beautiful. Whenever we're there, whether it's for work, if we're doing a bike tour, or if we're just there for the fun of it, I just love how I feel. I feel always happy when I'm there. And I especially love that it's flat. So when we do our bike tours, it's easy to get around. And so there's just so much to do there. So much, right, that we've decided, oh gosh, this warrants a package. So here's a peek at some of our favorite things in Coronado.
Just over the bridge from San Diego was a quaint beach community that everyone knows and loves. Many call Coronado an island, but it's really a peninsula connected to the mainland by a neck of land named the Silver Strand. Coronado in Spanish means the crowned one, which is why its nickname is the Crown City. Every year, people from all over the world visit this special gem, and with good reason, as there's so much to see and do. Here's a look at some of our top favorite Coronado sites in no particular order. Located on 6th and Orange, Spreckles Park is a favorite local hangout. Named after the iconic J.D. Spreckles, it's a great place to picnic, and it even has a jungle gym, so it's kid-friendly. This year's popular concerts in the park was canceled due to COVID, but they're planning to be back next year. Over the years, we've started many tours here as it's centrally located with public restrooms and plenty of free neighborhood parking. Those who enjoy exploring their creative side should check out MLC Gallery. It's located on Orange Avenue near the Hotel Del, and it features one-of-a-kind artworks by local artists. The environment is colorful and upbeat, just like its owner, Penny Rothschild.
People come in here, I think it's the unexpected. You know, we're off the beaten path. They walk in, it's kind of this eclectic looking building. They walk in and it's just chock full of art.
The gallery also offers a number of fun and safe activities such as live outdoor music on Saturdays and outdoor wine and paint night held on Wednesday and Saturday evenings. Or if you prefer something more intimate, they do offer private art workshops either at the gallery or at a location of your choice. Want to learn about Coronado's history? Head over to Imagine Tent City, a cool public art exhibit along Glorietta Bay. The artwork is composed of vintage photos arranged like a mosaic embedded in ceramic tiles. The artwork depicts the historic Tent City, which was a popular, affordable tourist destination for many years just south of the Hotel Del. If you have a sweet tooth like us, Moo Time Creamery on Orange Avenue is totally worth it. And with fun names like the James Brownie Sundae and tasty flavors like birthday cake, you know you're in for a good time. Wine a Bit on Orange Avenue is a cool place for wine tasting and finding quirky, affordable gifts, all wine related, of course. For those of you who really enjoy wine, they have a wine club you can sign up for. Check out their website for more details. Looking for a fun staycation? 1906 Lodge is a quaint boutique hotel featuring 17 custom designed guest rooms. This is a great romantic getaway for couples as it's tucked away and private, but it's still within walking distance to all the shops and restaurants along Orange Avenue. And everyone knows about the beautiful Hotel del Coronado, but how could we not mention this iconic landmark? The hotel is currently undergoing major renovations and had been closed until recently. But if you haven't checked it out, be sure to visit its newly renovated sun deck and main pool. It's definitely worth seeing.
That pool looks pretty good at the Hotel Del.
It does.
So the one thing about the Hotel Del that I love is the writer of the Wizard of Oz books, L. Frank Baum. Many moons ago, he actually stayed in the hotel for a few summers, and then he also had a house 2 blocks away. And the legend has it that during the holidays when the hotel was lit up, he was walking back to his home and he glanced back at the Hotel Del with the white lights and he envisioned the Emerald City. So a lot of the Wizard of Oz, he wrote 14 Wizard of Oz books, but the famous one that went on to become a movie, that was his tribute to Coronado, which is very cool. And there is a weekend every year when it's not COVID time, when they do pay tribute to the Wizard of Oz, and the library has a great tribute. So look for that if you do go into the library. Some of the things that we love about Coronado, they really do the holidays like there's no tomorrow. And we did speak to someone at the hotel a few days ago, and they are trying to bring back the ice skating rink. If they probably will have some type of holiday gatherings, but nothing major like they have in the past. But in the past, the Wednesday after Thanksgiving, they would always have a big lighting of the Del where they would celebrate. They'd have free hot chocolate cookies in the ballroom, and it was just something else. And it was always done at sunset. And on a few occasions, Santa Claus would appear up at the top of the tower and shout out to everyone to make some noise. And he'd say, "Not loud enough, not loud enough." And then the lights would go on, and it's just such a cool thing. And so hopefully they will bring that back next year. So look for that. The Wednesday after Thanksgiving is typically when they light up the Del. But if you're there in Coronado, what we'd also encourage you to do is just walk down Orange Avenue. It is just something else. Walk down both sides of Orange Avenue, and then also Google the home of L. Frank Baum or Google Wizard of Oz writer, and you'll get to see his house too. They have some cool stuff out in the front yard and in on their front deck that pays tribute to the Wizard of Oz.
You get very excited, I've noticed, when you, two things. Whenever you talk about Hotel Del, and especially the holidays, and Moo Time Creamery, you get very excited. You turn into a little boy. And I love it. I'm looking at all the comments, and I love how you guys are very interactive, and you're talking about what you love. A few minutes ago, someone had said, "I love Moo Time Creamery. I can't get enough ice cream," which is good. So that person is after your heart. That's great.
It's one of the few lines that we will wait in. If it's like 20 people in line, we will wait.
Yes.
For Moo Time. It's delicious.
It is good. I also noticed on there, someone had mentioned, well, how long is the construction going to happen? It's going to be a while, because this is a major deal what Hotel Del is doing, but they're doing it in phases, so it is open. You can still enjoy it. And we were just there just last week, and what they've done with the pool area and the upper deck really is beautiful. So obviously, one of the things we love the most, and I'm sure you do too, is the weather. When we lived back east in Philadelphia and Fort Dix, New Jersey, we would often visit here in the winter months, and I couldn't get over how beautiful it was in December, because as our families were freezing in December, and people were celebrating the holidays wearing shorts and flip-flops, kind of like what we're doing right now. I mean, it's wonderful. And so I would say that what COVID has taught us is to just really appreciate the little things in life, and enjoy every moment. Enjoy the fact that we live in a place that has great weather pretty much every day. And we've got a lifestyle, right, that you can be outdoors. And there's plenty of fun and safe activities that you can do. So here's a few that you should check out.
After months of being cooped up, many people just want to get outside. The good news? San Diego is an outdoorsy community with plenty of fun and safe options. At Aqua Adventures in Mission Bay, business is booming.
A lot of people just want to get out on the water and explore, and as you can see, this is a great way to social distance.
Aqua Adventures offers everything from kayaks, paddle boards, duffy boats, and hydro bikes. They even have something called a megalodon, which Ashley says is perfect for families.
Realistically, a family of 4 or 6 would fit great on this. You can even bring your pets along if you wanted to. Kind of an all-around family fun.
Safety is important, so if you don't spend a lot of time in the water, Ashley says don't worry. Their staff will show you everything, so you'll have peace of mind before heading out. Another fun option for families is the Duffy boat. The electric boats can accommodate 12 passengers, but due to COVID, they're limited to 8. You are allowed to bring your own food and drinks, and because you're the one driving, you'll set the tone and decide where to go. For couples wanting a unique activity, we recommend taking a gondola cruise. The gondola company operates out of Coronado, and the private cruise is 50 minutes. Each gondola can fit up to 6 people, so you could experience it with other friends or make it a date night with just the 2 of you. You can also purchase drinks and a light dessert or bring your own. If you'd rather experience this with your family, they do have gondolas that can accommodate up to 13 passengers. Looking for something that's fast and a little more adventurous? Then you may want to check out the Patriot Jet Boat. This is a 30-minute thrill ride with lots of high-speed spins and turns, all while listening to rock and roll music. Think ultimate roller coaster ride, but on the water. The ride is along the San Diego Bay, so you'll zip past the USS Midway, the downtown skyline, and the Coronado Bridge. This speedboat holds up to 139 normally, but due to COVID, they're limiting it to 40. Fun fact, when the boat goes under the Coronado Bridge, they do a fast-paced donut, so expect to get wet. If you want to stay dry, try sitting in one of the 5 front rows. If land activities are more your thing, you can also explore San Diego by night. Old Town Trolley is now offering a City Lights night tour. During the 90-minute tour, guests will explore the Gaslamp Quarter, Balboa Park, and Coronado.
It's a great way to see the city at night. It's all lit up. There's lots of history about certain places around San Diego as well. And it's an opportunity to just relax and enjoy the city for what it is.
If you love live music, here's a cool find. Located at 800 B Street in downtown San Diego, Achilles Coffee is the place to be. Every Saturday morning from 9:30 till noon, the New Orleans Swingin' Gypsies bring down the house. John and his wife Giselle have a unique sound, and they're great at getting people out of their seat and onto the dance floor.
You know, it's really nice because during COVID, a lot of people are at home, and this is such a safe environment. You're outdoors. You can have lots of space. You can be as distant as you want with others, wearing masks, and we're providing a sense of a community for others. And that's really such a pleasure to see.
Are you ready to dance?
I think so. I
Yeah.
want to learn that trick where he spins his wife or dance partner around.
They're having a really fun time. So another fun outdoor activity is called Cinema Under the Stars. It's located in Mission Hills. We went there actually recently just to check it out. This is a really beautiful, quaint outdoor cinema theater, and they're doing a really good job as far as keeping it safe. They do practice social distancing. You do have to wear your masks, and they actually only show one film for every 24 hours. So they're very, very safe. But that's really cool. That's definitely worth checking out.
The chairs are zero gravity chairs, and that's probably my favorite thing. It's probably the most comfortable beach chair in all the land. And we did look at the upcoming shows, and it looks like Charade is playing there this weekend with a lot of big stars. Dial M for Murder the following week, Sabrina the week after that, and then the weekend of October 15th is one of my favorite 80s comedies. The Blues Brothers are coming to Mission Hills.
Nice, nice. And they do, we want to say that they do a mix of older films and then more up-to-date films. So it is good. There's a good balance. We also talked earlier, you probably remember, Aqua Adventures has the Duffy boats. What we didn't say is that there is also the boat scavenger hunts, which we actually team up with them, and we do that with them.
We do, and it's a lot of fun. You actually start out just past Marina Village, which is part of Mission Bay, and you're on the boat for about 20-25 minutes. Then your first stop is the marina at the Paradise Point Resort, which is just as you enter PB, if you were driving to Paradise Point. That resort has 5 swimming pools, but the great thing about it is there's no high rises. So it's every single hotel room is on the first floor. They've got beaches, they've got a tower that you can climb where you get an epic view of the ocean and the bay and the lagoon. And it's just an incredible slice of paradise. And we have a scavenger hunt that lasts 90 minutes. So you get off the boat, you do the scavenger hunt for 90 minutes. And then on several occasions, we've had a group have a gourmet catered meal or gourmet sandwiches right on the marina. And it's just a great way to combine a boat ride and also an adventure. The scavenger hunt is a great adventure you can combine with that, the boat scavenger hunt.
Yeah. And majority of our scavenger hunts, they are on foot. But this one is fun because, sometimes people don't always want to be on foot. So it's a good balance, right? Because they get to be on a boat, but yet they're also scavenging at the same time. And I see on the comments, I think I saw Lacey said, I want to scavenge. You call us. We'll hook you up. All right. So guys, you probably remember Pharrell Williams when he came out with that hit song, Happy. That was pretty popular. Well, that song actually spawned a whole bunch of other YouTube videos, and it shows all these different people dancing in all different cities. And of course, San Diego was one of them. And that's a version that we do want to show you in a minute here.
Now, as you watch the video, we've cut it down a little bit. It's about 4.5 minutes, not miles, on the internet. We've cut it down to about 1.5 minutes. And the last scene shows one of the piers in San Diego. And let's see who can guess which pier that is. Either the beach or even the name of that pier is what we're looking for. So enjoy the show.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room.
I saw people dancing.
Yes. It's hard not to. Wouldn't it be great if every day was like that, where it's people dancing in the streets, dancing on the marinas, dancing next to the kissing statue? I think that needs to happen. We need a new holiday here.
Yes.
So before we rolled, we mentioned that we're looking for the pier that it's located. So let's see what we got here. I think we
have people. I saw Ocean Beach. Embarcadero Park Pier. People are really getting into this. La Jolla Cove, PB Pier, Imperial. You definitely are engaged. All right, what is the right answer,
The
Mr.
correct
Mark?
answer is the Crystal Pier in Pacific Beach, which is at the end of Garnett Avenue.
Nice, very nice, very nice. Are you having fun?
I am. And I think the first person who posted something in the chat room, you were correct. We saw PB Pier.
Yeah, very good, very good. Well, I'm having fun. What I'm enjoying is that we basically just get to talk about San Diego and share it with
And
these fine folks,
It's
right?
almost Friday, and that means more vacationing in San Diego.
Yeah, yeah. And, like I said, the thing that COVID has taught us, it's taught us many things, but one of it is just, it's so important to just kind of slow down and enjoy where you are. And we're so lucky that we live in an area that it affords us these wonderful, outdoor activities to do, but having fun is good. So one thing that we enjoy doing on both our tours and our scavenger hunts is San Diego trivia. We love giving out San Diego trivia. So this next segment, it's called Where Is This? And this is Mark's thing. So how does this work?
All right, guys, so we're going to show you 3 different slides. Each slide has 3 or 4 photographs, and we're looking for you to enter in if you know 2 or all 3 or 4. Type it into the bottom of the chat room and see how you do here. So Mike's going to put up slide number 1.
Ooh.
I'll give you a hint. 2 out of 3 are in Balboa Park, and the other one featuring the bicycle, those wheels actually move when it's windy. That's on a bike path somewhere in San Diego near the water. The other 2 are in Balboa Park.
So you want to guess where it is? Go ahead and put it in the chat box. We do see a lot of answers. I see the zoo, Belmont Park, Coronado, Little Italy.
They are going to the zoo. So right when you get to the zoo, that big lion there has become like the latest and greatest selfie station.
Yeah. And you know what, if I can quickly add, if you haven't seen it in person, it's amazing because, I mean, how do they do that? It looks like all of the weight is on the one paw and the legs are kicking way up in the air. I mean, it really is beautiful.
It is. It's probably the coolest, my personal favorite public art in San Diego. The other 2, I don't know if anybody's guessed it, but the top left is the Spanish art villages. And that's the view out of the sculpture gallery, which is my personal favorite. Has sculptures. It probably has 40 to 50 sculptures that rotate pretty frequently. But in the Spanish art villages, which is right next to the zoo, you've got 30 to 40 artists there every day from 11 to 4 doing their thing, painting, sculpture, jewelry, just amazing one-of-a-kind items. And a lot of it is pretty affordable. The bottom left image is on the Coronado bike path. And again, that's just great public art. The wheels spin around, but a cool thing to do is to back yourself up until you can take a photograph of that with people in it, where you can make it look like he's riding his bike on the Coronado Bridge.
We've got some great photos, right, from our tours on that.
All right, let's move on to slide number 2. We've got 3 more images, and the bridge is one of the hidden gems. We'll see if you guys can capture that. The shark is another selfie station, and that's in an area where you can bicycle, you can rollerblade, you can swim. And then the top left is probably the easiest of all the photos. We'll see what you guys come up with.
So go ahead and just type it in the chat.
SeaWorld is a good guess, but wrong.
What else do we have? Balboa Park, yes. Got a lot of Balboa Parks.
Who knows exactly where? Who knows what the building is pictured in the back?
Yeah.
That guy doing magic, his name is Chris, and he's one of the buskers or street performers. And typically there is a magician in that one area right in front of the lily pond. And I see bird cage. It does look like a big bird cage.
It does.
And I see someone got it, the Botanical Garden, which is open every day until 4 p.m. And it's just a great spot, especially on a warm day. Botanical Garden is one of my favorite spots.
Yeah, that is nice.
The photo in the bottom left is on Maple Canyon. That bridge has been around since 1905. It's just a wonderful canyon. There is a trail below, which a lot of times people say, I've got to get away from the hustle and bustle and the crowds. And if you take that trail, typically, even on a weekend in the summertime, there usually aren't any people there. You'll see one person walking their dog. So it's just a great hidden gem. And it's Maple Canyon, and it's on 2nd and Quince. And we have an email, guys, that will mention some of these spots to you. So let us know if you'd like that, and we can email you a lot of these different hidden gems.
And all these images we're showing you are part of when we do our walking tours too, and it's fun. Yeah. Love it.
All right, let's move on to slide number 3. We got 4 photos on this
Ooh,
one.
wow, okay.
So the top left is one of the most popular places to get married. It's a local's favorite. It's in Point Loma. The top right is in a place where you can see live music. And bottom left is Elvis, and you can do your airband photo.
Yeah.
And that's also a place where you can get a tasty treat. And bottom right is in a beach town.
Yes.
Let's see what you guys come up with.
And also, in case you guys are wondering, what are these crazy people doing in these photographs? So when we do our scavenger hunts, we're all about creative pictures. So we always ask people, do crazy dance poses, act like you're singing. So that's what's going on there. So what do we got here? I see somebody is still thinking about ice cream. I see Emily, Moo Time in Coronado. Yeah. All right. What else? Live music at Shelter Island, a whole bunch of stuff. Ruby's Diner, Shelter Island. What's the correct answer?
How about the Ray Charles? Does anyone know where Ray Charles is? It's in downtown San Diego. The place is so big that you can enter on 5th Avenue or you can enter on 6th Avenue. That's how big it is.
Yep.
Before it is what it is, it was a Woolworths.
Uh-huh. You're giving them hints.
Yes, I'm
and it's a
giving you
great
lot of
place
tips.
to see live music. And we will get back there.
House of Blues.
House
Amanda,
of Blues. There you
nailed
go.
it.
Woo! Nice.
So House of Blues, you can go there. The top area has music on most weekend nights where there's no cover, and then the bottom area has the live bands where typically you pay admission.
Mm-hmm.
Top left, has anyone guessed it yet? Shelter Island. It is the Valley High. It's been around since the 50s. And again, it's one of the locals' favorites. And they have had live music there, but a lot of the live music brunch is actually at Humphreys, which is kind of across the street, which is also just another great spot. Humphreys is an A-frame building, and it looks like something out of Hawaii. They had that as a goal back in the 50s to make Shelter Island with all the A-frame buildings right by the water to create a mini Hawaii.
Yeah, that's a great place too, and they recently renovated it. It just, I mean, we thought it was great as is, right? But I mean, it's really, really nice. And it's a great place. We see a lot of weddings that happen because they're grounds, and the way it overlooks the bay, it's beautiful.
They also have a big event every year in May called the Poke Festival. If you like poke, they have probably 20 to 30 different chefs down there. They have a contest. They have Hawaiian dancers, and that's just a great event to look for. Hopefully by May, things will be a lot more normal. So bottom left is Moo Time, and bottom right is probably the hardest. That's in Pacific Beach off of Garnett Avenue, and that's what PB looked like in the 40s.
Very nice. Well, good. That was fun. Are you happy we got to fit in your trivia? Mark is all about the trivia. So guys, since Halloween is just around the corner, I can't believe that it's going to be October already. We thought, hey, we got to fit in some of the Halloween happenings that are happening here in San Diego. We thought that would be fun. Obviously, because of COVID, some events have been scaled back, but don't worry. There's still lots that's happening in our town. So we're just going to quickly go through these. So for example, the Del Mar Fairgrounds, it is going to bring back its Scream Zone, but they're going to do it as a drive-through experience, and that's to comply with the COVID restrictions. It's going to run October 1st through the 31st, so the entire month of August. And there's going to be several themed zones, like, get these names, like Clown Alley. If you are afraid of clowns, don't go there. But like Clown Alley and Dead End Truck Stop. And a tip for you, opening night is October 1st, and they're going to have a special. They're offering $25 for as many people as you can cram in your car. So that's on October 1st. So that could be fun. There's also a number of pumpkin patches throughout the county. And I think that these are always fun seeing them. You know, when I lived back east, the pumpkin patches were just pumpkin patches, just pumpkins, and that was it. But it seems like here in San Diego, they really go all out. They have mazes, they have costumes, you know, decorating, cookie contests and whatnot. So it's cool. One of our very good friends told me that she loves Bates Nut Farm. I don't know if any of you families have had a chance to check it out, but it's in Valley Center, and it's a ton of fun, very family friendly oriented. Over in East County, there's the Pumpkin Express in Campo, and they have vintage rail cars and haunted trains. I love it. And then back at the beach on La Jolla Boulevard, there's Mr. Jack-O-Lantern's Pumpkin Patch, which includes, they do have haunted houses, spooky mazes, they have a photo booth, and they do have a costume and a decoration shop. Now, a lot of these events are free, which is very nice because we're all watching our money, right? And then earlier in the show, we did talk about Old Town Trolley, how they're doing the City Lights tour, but there is also the Ghosts and Gravestones Trolley tour. That's running just Friday and Saturday nights, and it's about 90 minutes. So we just said a lot of information. So the easiest thing is to go to the San Diego Tourism Authority's website. It's right there. It's sandiego.org. And what you want to do is once you get to the website, just go ahead and type in Halloween, and then all the fun Halloween happenings will pop up on your screen. Ooh, can't believe we're talking about Halloween. My goodness.
I'm ready. So guys, we encourage you to look for the military discounts. And obviously you know about ITT and MWR, but if you are looking around at an attraction and you don't see a military discount, we encourage you to just ask, do you offer a military discount? A lot of times they will say yes. And we did some homework. We looked at some of the hotels. We found that the Hotel Del and the Glorietta in Coronado have some great military rates. You just have to ask, do you have a GSR, government or military rate when you call into the hotel? And then some other great attractions are the gondola. And again, you can bring wine, you can bring food, you can bring dessert on the gondola. There is the Speedboat Adventures, which is on San Diego Bay. You can also rent jet skis at numerous different places. Now, riding a jet ski or speedboat underneath the Coronado Bridge is something that everyone needs to experience. It's wonderful. Cabrillo National Monument is actually free for the military. And I saw some of you mention hiking. A really easygoing hike is the 2.5 mile Bayside hike in Cabrillo, where you're actually seeing downtown for a good portion of that. And then the aquarium is another great, I think it's a hidden gem. And I think one of the hidden gems at the aquarium, when you go there, park in the back left portion of the parking lot, and you take a dirt trail up the hill. And in about 5 minutes after you walk up the hill, and every step you take is wonderful because you're seeing that great view of the coastline, you'll come across the secret swings of La Jolla. And that's probably the most common thing people ask, hey, where are the secret swings? So they're at the aquarium, in the back part of the parking lot.
The Birch Aquarium is what you're talking about, right? Yeah.
Now the Birch Aquarium, they don't do it now, but look for it down in the future. They actually will mic up the divers in the kelp tank. The kelp tank is still open, so you see all the different leopard sharks and Garibaldi and different fish that are in La Jolla. But typically they'll mic up the diver 2 days a week, and you can actually ask him questions while watching everything in the kelp tank. That's one of my favorite hidden gems at the aquarium.
Nice, nice. Wow, wow. So we know that we just threw a lot of information out at you, but we are here even after this program is done. We want to hear from you. So if we covered anything, or if you have any questions or whatever, please, we don't have any problems. Give us a call. There's our phone numbers. Those are the two companies that we have. You can give us a call, or if you want to email us. If you want to email us, the best email for us is Menken. That's our last name, and it's spelled MENKIN @wheretours.com. So Menken @wheretours.com. That's a good place to get a hold of us. Don't worry, if you go onto either website actually, Where Tours or groupadventures.com, all of our information is on there. We are offering, in addition to private events, if you just want to do something with just your family, that's fine. We are offering public events too. So the public, we call them scavenger hunts, but it's secret spots. And then we also do walking tours and biking tours too. And that's all on the website if you want to check it out. Boy, this has been so much fun, huh?
Definitely. So
yeah.
Are we looking for questions now?
I
see some great comments coming.
Yes.
Any questions on anything?
Yeah, we are yours. We want to open up the floor to anything that you want to ask us.
There's a couple of questions that came in from the chat. One was, what is the best family day trip that you would recommend? And then also a little bit about the Hotel Del and it being haunted.
All right, let's cover the ghost first because Halloween's coming up. So the ghost, and she is my favorite ghost in San Diego. It's Kate Morgan. Back in 1892, her body was found outside the hotel, and she has haunted the hotel since 1892. And consistently, it is a woman in a dress, whereas other ghosts in San Diego are not as consistent as Kate is. And there are a lot of great videos. If you Google Hotel Del, Haunted Hotel Del, about 10 of the videos are done by the Hotel Del, and then there are other people. Some are just goofy where people walk into the room with their phone, but there are some great videos on the Haunted Hotel Del. And also there is some talk that a movie will be coming out in the near future. And there's a local musician, Eve Sellis, has a great song about Kate Morgan. So you should Google the song by Eve Sellis. And then the second question was the family. Do you want to take a stab at that? A family adventure?
Oh, as far as like what's a good family one? Like a day trip. Well, you know what? We actually have something called a rent-a-local. And what it is it's instead of just going to one place, it's a combination of several different places. So how it works is we'll usually ask the family, well, what do you like? Are you more of the beach type of family, or do you like more of an urban feel? And then we design a tour around that. One of my favorite ones is when we combine it, when we do a biking tour that's in Coronado, but then we also add on the walking, going across the bridges, like in Bankers Hill and driving through Mission Hills. They've got all these great footbridges and these little nooks and crannies that you don't really, it's just all tucked away in the neighborhood. I really enjoy that. And then also, if you have time, I think another day trip is, we haven't talked much about it, is going up North County, like exploring the areas like Cardiff by the Sea and Encinitas and Moonlight Beach. It's really beautiful. They've got a lot of cool eclectic shops, but beautiful beaches there with just really fantastic views. That's really nice too.
And I think Coronado is a great idea. If you park near Spreckles Park, there's really clean restrooms there. There's an area where you can have a picnic in the shade. We've done that a lot where we park in Coronado and take a bike ride or a walk. You can see the bay, you can see the beach, you can walk into the Hotel Del, and then you can come back to Spreckles Park. And again, you've got perhaps sandwiches and drinks in a cooler, and you've got picnic tables there. And so that's just a great experience. And then if you also want to get out of the sun for 2 hours, they have a great movie theater on Orange Avenue. And that's just a great experience to check out a movie in Coronado.
Yeah, that is beautiful. What else do we have here?
Let's see.
What other types of questions here?
I had there was another question that came in that said, what do you have for adult dancing activities? You know anything?
I think that right now you have to do your own.
Obviously, COVID.
You do because of COVID, right? But
Achilles.
If you recalled earlier, we had mentioned Achilles Coffee place, which is downtown. They actually have several different coffee places, but the one that has dancing and it's outdoors, so it's nice and safe. That's the one that we featured. It's in downtown San Diego. It's from 9:30 to 12. They do dancing there, swing dancing. It's fabulous. It's actually really lively. It's great.
If you are a swing dancer, it's a great place to meet other people who are big on swing dancing, and they do other events other than Achilles, but every Saturday morning. It starts early, like 9 in the morning, 9 to 12.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice. There's some shade, there's food, and it's on 8th and B. So it's kind of like the part of downtown just when you get off the freeway. And so typically it's pretty easy to find parking down there. Also,
you know what? In one of our pieces, we also mentioned Emerald Sea Gallery, which is in Coronado. It's by Hotel Del. They they teamed up with the Brigantine. So they actually do offer some live music. And there's a little bit of dancing, safe dancing, social distancing dancing, but
that's
they do that.
Saturday nights at the Emerald Sea Gallery. They have a partnership with the Brigantine, so you can have one of those great fish tacos, sit outside, and you've got the live music at Emerald Sea and Brigantine on Saturdays.
Yeah. And then somebody had said, I see they asked about the date night ideas. I really like that, the gondolas. I think that's very romantic and just really nice. And also, I think, keep it simple. as simple as walking around in the neighborhoods that we featured, especially that Bird Rock, the one that we covered. It's we actually call it Waverly to Windansea. That's the name of the tour. But if you walk along that in that neighborhood and then you're ending it at Windansea, isn't it? It's really magical, and it's romantic. And hey, it's free. You can just do that on your own. And again, we know that some of you folks might not be familiar with the area. Just seriously, just email us or call us. We are happy to email you back and then kind of go over what we talked about in this show. Yeah. So Tammy, is there any other questions that you'd like us to answer? We want to be respectful of everyone's time.
Final question. What is your favorite taco place or recommendation for best tacos in San Diego?
Ooh.
Boy, you know what? 2 nights ago, we tried City Tacos for the first time. I would recommend the fried mahi taco and the chicken taco were very good. I mentioned Brigantine. That's my favorite fish taco, as well as South Beach in Ocean Beach, which is the bar and restaurant at the end of Newport.
And also the taco shop in PB.
Yes.
The one that's on Mission Boulevard, that's good. Their burritos are huge.
A place called Taco Surf. If you want a breakfast burrito, that's my personal favorite. The different types of breakfast burritos at Taco Surf on Mission Boulevard. And the owner named Sam is also one of the quirkiest restaurant owners that you ever come across.
And Adrienne agrees with you. Adrienne says Taco Surf is the best. Oh, we had so much fun. Thank you so much. We know that you could be anywhere, but you chose to be here. And so we really appreciate you taking time out. And we hope that you enjoyed yourself and then you walked away and learned a little bit about San Diego. But thank you so much for having us. Okay, Tammy, back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Darlene and Mark. It was awesome. Enjoyed it. And I know all of our families did. The chat room has not stopped since the minute you guys started. So thank you so much for being a part of Lincoln's events and providing such great information for our families.